Good evening, everyone. My name is Dave Bulkowski, and I'm the Executive Director of Disability Advocates of Kent County. And I am so excited to welcome you to the 2020 edition of the Invest in Ability Dinner. This year's theme is a night of rock and roll. So what better way to kick it off than with a little bit of rock and roll? I'm so excited that we have the Benzing Graves Collective with us to do just that. Take it away.
Mercury's in retrograde, and lately all we do these days is sit around feeling sorry for ourselves. My friends, they like to misbehave, a bunch of riled up animals in a cage. You better stay home, wear your mask, I shouldn't have to ask. Inching us closer and closer to being insane. Would like to turn off the news, yeah, but I'm trying to stay informed. Stir crazy cold blues, yeah, while we're locked up indoors. One breath in, one breath out. Don't let the fear consume you. If you have to scream, just let it out. And if you need me, I'm here. One breath in, one breath out. Don't let the fear consume you. If you have to scream, just let it out. And if you need me, I'm here. You're not alone, I'm right here. And if you need me, I'm here. Yeah. I'd like to turn off the news. Yeah. Trying to stay informed. Stir crazy cold blues, yes, while we're locked up indoors. Venus is in retrograde. Lately, all we do these days is go outside, dancing by the light of the moon. Yeah.
Thank you to the Benzing Graves Collective for getting us started this evening. And as a little bit of a teaser, you'll be able to bid on an auction package for a backyard concert with the Benzing Graves Collective. Get ready for that at the end of the show, and of course more information about the auction throughout. At this time though, I would like to welcome our good friend and community partner, Jen Pasqua.
Yeah, and we're 6 feet away from each other. It's good to see you 6 feet away.
Absolutely, got to.
Well, I'm so happy to be joining, especially since you had an incredible meal, albeit virtually, that you've spent a lot of time this evening delivering straight to our guests.
We did. Many of our guests were able to enjoy a meal from one of 3 local restaurants. As you noted, we had a whole team of volunteers spread throughout Kent County delivering these meals.
So maybe now it's a good time we take a moment to thank our sponsors. We'd like to give our thanks to the Hall of Fame premier sponsor, Meijer, headline sponsors Beeler Young and BCBS of Michigan, and rockstar sponsors DGRI, Miller Johnson, Mobile GR, Spectrum Health, and Varna. Now you heard me just talk about those rockstar sponsors. I think it's time that Dave relaxes a little bit and gets into the theme of tonight's evening. All right, again, it is a night of rock and roll. And Dave, I'm liking it. You know, kind of fit the theme now.
Well, you know, I can only wear a tie for so long, and it's awesome, you know, to be sporting my Ava Brothers shirt.
There you go.
But the best rock and roll I can do.
I love it. Well, you know what I also love is the fact that during this time of pandemic, Disability Advocates of Kent County has really worked hard to still be able to provide services to the community and your clients. And how have you been able to do that?
Well, it starts with a dedicated staff, good group of volunteers who continue to support us. We have remained open throughout the whole pandemic. Again, thanks to our sponsors and the funding we get, none of our staff have had to been laid off, and our impact has remained. We've pivoted from doing things in person to doing things virtual. Though, as you noted, the 6 feet away, back in July, we started welcoming people back to the office for one-on-one appointments, doing the screenings, making sure all that happens according to the rules as they've been promulgated.
Yeah, and I say that I visited Disability Advocates of Kent County's offices, and you got to take the test, you got to be wearing the masks.
Absolutely.
Very important in this time that you still stay out and working in the community, and you really had to do some changes within the programming. Talk to me about that.
Well, again, most importantly is for example, our workforce development classes used to be in person in a classroom, be they with adults or in high schools with juniors and seniors. Those are all now virtual and with great success. And even cooler, we've purchased a new online software platform called Virtual Job Shadow. So again, working with juniors and seniors as they prepare for the work world. So, there's plenty of open jobs today, and young students with disabilities want to be employed, want to earn a living, and so our staff continue to work alongside them.
And for your clients, I'm sure they've also had to make adjustments. How have they been working out throughout this time period?
Well, again, it's helping people find additional resources so they can stay safe and independent at home. Our occupational therapy team, which does in-home assessments, about 300 a year. Early on, they called almost everybody that was on their list of folks and just checking in. We were able to get a donation of masks and mail them out to a lot of seniors and adults with disabilities because people weren't able to get masks. And then they were able to get back into people's homes and doing those assessments because as unfortunately, you've probably noted in the news, nursing homes and other congregate living settings were some of the worst spots for the COVID outbreaks. And so we continue to do everything we could to keep people safe at home. So our home assessments continued, and then we actually helped build 3 ramps this summer with our community partners. So again, we're doing everything we can 6 feet away.
And that's why we're so happy that you're with us this evening. And this is why it's so important to take the opportunity to give so that Disability Advocates of Kent County can continue to do the amazing work that they've been doing in West Michigan. But we've got 2 of our favorite friends standing by.
Absolutely. 2 great friends, Kevin Matthews and Tim Cusack.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tim.
I'm Kat. Well, I'm not going to say who I am.
Yeah, because we are currently rock stars, because it's a
Right.
rock and roll theme. So
Right. You're supposed to guess who we are.
Right.
So
So if you don't mind, I'd like to take a guess. Kevin, you are?
well, why don't you say, don't we have something coming up before we do who we are?
Oh, well, they all got this puzzle thing.
Oh yeah, don't throw it away.
Don't throw it away,
Okay,
man.
all the stuff, a lot of people during these events, they throw stuff away
Yeah,
or
right.
don't do that.
Yeah, you get stuff in the mail and then you just throw it away. You think it's junk. That's not junk. If you threw it in the recycling bin, go get it right
Right.
now because you're going to need it.
But the gifts you got at the door, don't throw them away because one, it's rude.
Right.
Somebody paid for them and
Yep.
they're all handcrafted.
And
so.
someone could get hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay.
All right.
Now, you watching, who do you think he's supposed to be? Tim.
Yep. Think about it.
Okay. Let's see, it's a rock and roll theme.
Yep.
I'm going to say that you are Jose Feliciano.
Ooh, close. Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, wow, that is so horrible.
That is so close.
Okay, who am I?
Okay, you are
I've got glasses.
Bette Midler.
No, I live in Switzerland.
That.
What's love got to do with it?
Oh, I can't.
I
think
was married to a really
right.
weird
I can't
guy.
think of the name.
Tina Turner. God, I'm Tina Turner.
You look. Actually,
I know, I've
you
put a
look
lot
like
of work
her.
into it. Now, there's a winner of a contest that we get to see
Yep.
now.
It's called the Discover Ability Award winner.
Right, and we'll be back. We'll do a costume change with 2 more rockers, but watch this.
Enjoy.
I am so grateful to be the recipient of the 2020 Discover Ability Award from Disability Advocates of Kent County. I was diagnosed with a form of muscular dystrophy when I was only 2 years old, and I started using my first power wheelchair when I was 5 years old. I never really identified as someone with a disability until I started getting older, and I started realizing that there were significant barriers in our community. Around my high school years, I started noticing that I wasn't going to be able to do the same things that all of my friends were doing. I wasn't going to be able to choose any college that I wanted to go to. I didn't know what types of jobs would be an option for me. I didn't know all of these things, and everything felt very uncertain. I did my research, and I learned from so many advocates in the community. And through my experience, I wanted to become an advocate myself. So I went out to college, and I was able to do so many things that I never thought I would do before. I lived independently, I studied abroad, I got involved in adaptive recreation. I was able to feel empowered. I was able to overcome barriers and stand up for myself and say, no, I'm going to define what my life looks like. I'm not going to listen to the people that have low expectations for people with disabilities. So I continued through college, and I went to graduate school, and I became a mental health therapist, specializing in working with people and families affected by disabilities. So now I wear 2 hats. I'm a mental health therapist, but I'm also a social worker and advocate in the community. And I do whatever I can to help people because I've been in your shoes before. I know how disheartening and frustrating it can feel to face barriers or to feel like you don't have a voice. I know how it is to feel excluded from things or to feel like a burden because of accommodations that you may need. I want people to believe in themselves, and when they need help, I want us to be there to stand by their side and to show them that through some innovative techniques, adaptation, creativity, and a whole lot of heart, we can make things happen. Please reach out if I can ever be helpful or supportive to you.
Hello, my name is Lee Montgomery. I'm a board member of the Disability Advocate of Kent County.
And my name is John Kuhn, and I'm a staff member at Disability Advocates of Kent County.
We're here today to congratulate Lauren on the Discovery Ability Award. And with that said, John, tell me, how did you meet Lauren?
I first met Lauren as she reached out to our agency by way of email, and we began to talk back and forth because she was wanting to learn about her dealing with her benefits and working. And we were able to provide her some information about how to move forward in her life.
That's awesome. What inspired you to nominate her?
What inspired me to nominate Lauren is her advocacy in the community and her desire in the future to help people live their best life.
And can you share if that's something we can learn from all the work she's put in?
I think what we can learn from Lauren is that not only to have a dream, but then be persistent in trying to overcome those barriers. In addition, to actually reach out to resources and use the resources that are available to people with disabilities.
Thank you, John, for your time, and congratulations, Lauren.
All right, we're back. You're putting that puzzle together?
It's a lot of fun, isn't it? I'm not going to say who because we did a costume change.
As you can see.
First of all, we want you to know that we have disabilities. I've got MS and you are...
I have a learning disability and I'm very dyslexic, so don't
Okay.
ask me to spell anything or write anything.
So enough, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, Tim did a costume change. Who are you now?
Yep.
And you're supposed to guess. I think you are Elton John.
Oh!
You are?
I am.
I knew that.
Oh,
and
man.
you're Elton John with contact lenses. Normally he wears the glasses, but
Right.
it's Elton John with
Wow.
contact lenses.
You nailed it.
Who am I? Well, I am kind of...
Oh, I know. I know.
It's...
I just saw it.
Okay.
Billy Idol.
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
I'm blind. What? Okay, I play the harmonica.
Oh.
Motown, I play keyboards.
Okay.
You don't
are
know?
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
You, again. You
Nailed it.
Oh.
Nailed it. I love Stevie Wonder.
Yeah,
So I had to pay tribute.
So you're going to see a video now that Experience Grand Rapids put together, and it's for people who are visiting West Michigan to show them what we offer with people with disabilities, and also for the people who live here in West Michigan. Enjoy.
Good evening. The Experience Grand Rapids team is proud to call this community home. From our world-class attractions and outdoor recreation to the culinary craft and beverage scene, it is an amazing place for anyone to live, work, and play. Disability Advocates of Kent County has been a stalwart partner in our efforts to ensure that our city is absolutely accessible. This includes making sure that our hotels, restaurants, attractions, modes of transportation, and our public spaces are compliant, accommodating, and able to meet the diverse needs and abilities of all. We are so grateful for the partnership and steady strides we've made over the past few years. Thank you for recognizing our organization as this year's Invest in Ability Award recipient. I especially want to thank our staff who work day in and day out to promote our diverse and inclusive community, as well as the nominating committee for recognizing our efforts and common goal to change the way people see accessibility in our community as welcoming to all. Thank you from all of us at Experience Grand Rapids, and please enjoy the rest of your evening.
Hi, I'm Phil Tower, and it's my pleasure to congratulate Experience Grand Rapids as this year's Invest in Ability Award winner. Experience Grand Rapids has been highlighting all the great things about Grand Rapids, but behind the scenes, they've really gone above and beyond in making sure people like me living with a disability in Grand Rapids have the great experiences we can in this world-class city. From the simplest things to the biggest things, Disability Advocates makes a big difference in people's lives every single day. Terry is just one example.
Life was unmanageable because I had to crawl up and down the stairs to get into my house. And in the wintertime, it was terrible. I contacted quite a few places that couldn't help me, and I was referred to Disability Advocates. They referred me to home repair services. Within 2 weeks of the application, they were building my ramp.
Through the occupational therapy assessment, obviously we're making sure that people have access to all areas of their home. Sometimes it's widening a doorway. A lot of times it's being able to take a bath. In this case, like Terry's, once he has a ramp, he's able to get out into the community, which increases community access.
When I saw the ramp, I was really happy because I could come and go as I please anytime I want, day or night, without calling anybody. It's the difference of night and day. I can do anything now that I want to do. Sit and drink coffee Sunday morning on my ramp. That's what I do a lot in the morning. In the summer, I just sit out there and relax. To somebody, that's no big deal, but to me, it's a really big deal. Disability Advocates and a couple other organizations I wouldn't be here. I'd be in a home. And I didn't sign up for that. Almost a miracle. You know, that changes your whole look on everything. You know, you can go out anytime you want. If you need something, you can go. You know, instead of sitting and waiting for people or sitting and feel sorry for yourself, go out and do it now. It changed a lot. It's like a difference of night and day. And if it wasn't for the ramp, I couldn't do anything. I just want to say thank you again. I really appreciate everything you've done.
So let's get back to that puzzle you've been working on. You won't find that missing piece in a box because the simple answer is the missing piece is you. So now's the easy part. And I'm going to be really honest with you. I hate the hard part of, asking people for money, but I'm going to tell you something. Every day, every step I take, every time I open a door, every drive I have in a car by myself, I think about the freedom that I have, and I understand when I make an annual gift to disability advocates, I'm bringing that freedom to somebody else. Here's the chance for you to do that. And trust me, it's real, it's significant, and it makes an immediate impact. All you have to do is text. Simple as that. It's at the bottom of the screen. And thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening. As you noted, we do have so much to celebrate as disability advocates. And because of you and all of our community partners, we are able to continue to make the impact that we do make in our community. Thank you to everyone who made tonight's event a success, from the restaurants to everybody who was on camera throughout. And of course, thank you for putting up with our virtual edition of our Invest in Ability dinner. The auction is going to go live once we're done here, and it's going to be live until the 26th of October at 8:59 p.m. So don't hesitate to bid early and often. Keep those bids going because it all supports that great cause, which is disability advocates. And if you also would like, please text DAKC to 50155, or you can make a donation on our website, or of course that good old-fashioned check can also be sent our way. Our address is on the website. So once again, thank you so much for joining us in the 2020 edition of Invest in Ability. We look forward to seeing you in person next year, but if you ever need us, don't hesitate to give us a call.
Mercury's in retrograde, and lately all we do these days is sit around feeling sorry for ourselves. My friends, they like to misbehave, a bunch of riled up animals in a cage. You better stay home, wear your mask, I shouldn't have to ask. Inching us closer and closer to being insane. We'd like to turn off the news, yeah, but I'm trying to stay informed. Stir crazy cold blues, yeah, while we're locked up indoors. One breath in, one breath out. Don't let the fear consume you. If you have to scream, just let it out. And if you need me, I'm here. One breath in, one breath out. Don't let the fear consume you. If you have to scream, just let it out. And if you need me, I'm here. You're not alone, I'm right here. And if you need me, I'm here. Yeah. I'd like to turn off the news. Yeah. I'm trying to stay informed. Start crazy COVID blues, yes. While we're locked up indoors. Venus is in retrograde. Lately, all we do these days is going outside.